everybody. My name is Lane Strand, and today I'll be giving you all a book report on Warren Buffett's two-step stock market strategy. And it's about to know when to buy a stock, and how to become a millionaire, and get the highest price returns. So first off, I just want to talk about myself a little bit. I'm I'm in a few accounting classes. I'm in a business administration major. I've been attending the SMF, which is the Student Management Fund. So I kind of like stocks. I talk about all this. So that's why I decided to pick this book. So to get into it, this book it's a very good book. It takes a lot of, I want to say, not discipline, but more of, you got to be focused when you read it. Yeah, you got to know what's going on. You can't be reading certain pages at a time. I tried that. It was very tough to follow along. It's got to be like a week long where you read for an hour a day, and then just really focus and don't read fast. You just got to kind of like know what the wording is. You pick up on that a little bit. It gives you some interesting definitions on certain words. It'll tell you about all these certain things, so it's perfect for that. So this book shows you how to become a millionaire, basically, if you play this right. And it shows you how to take advantage of Wall Street and all the brokers on Wall Street. Because Wall Street, they want to take money from you and just keep it for themselves. They don't want you to make a whole lot, because that means they're not making as much. So this book is a great way to show you how to be better about saving your money and not giving it to all the Wall Street brokers. And so one of the key steps in here, and a lot of Wall Street brokers will try to get you on this, it's you don't buy based on PEs. So a PE is price per share earning ratio. So say I put $50 in for one stock, and I made, or I sold it for 75. So then I would make $25 for that. So that means I got $25 for that price, for that stock that I buy. So there is a price per share earning ratio. And you don't want to buy off of this necessarily, because you could be putting in more money and you're like, oh, I'm putting in so much of this money, but I'm only getting this much back. You want to buy based on how much you'll make in the long run. You don't want to just be buying and then selling once it rises just a little bit. You want to be kind of keeping it long term a little bit. And then this is the first step of his two-step process. And it's better to buy a wonderful company at a fair price than buy a fair company at a wonderful price. So what this means is you don't want to just go buy a company that's not doing good for everybody. You kind of want to have a little bit of peace in mind. You don't want to go buy this big gas company that's totally destroying the economy, but you're getting this. It's for a low price, and you're getting this great price return. You don't want to do that, you can, but Warren Buffett advises staying away from that. It gives you a little bit better peace of mind, and it's better overall. And the second step in this is knowing how and why to buy a wonderful company, and knowing what a fair price is and what a fair company is. So he kind of shows us, give you an idea of what a fair company would be. For example, a wonderful company. He bought Disney when that first came out, and it was a fair company that was good for the people. It made people happy, and everybody loved it. And he bought it at a fair price, and then he sold it. And back to that price per share earning, he kind of went off of that. He sold it a little too early. He sold it maybe 10, 15 years after it came out. And if he would have hung on to that until now, it would have been triple or even quadruple what it was worth back then. And then you need to know, the wonderful company. That's step one. And then step two is determining what a wonderful company or a wonderful price is. And you need to know what stock to buy and when to buy it. So this is another one of his key steps. It's just, so say you have a company that's Amazon, for an example. That is not a fair price. You're paying $3,000 for a share right now. That could be a little off. I haven't checked it in a while. But you buy that and you're not making that much back. You want to kind of you want to find a good company that's starting out that's wonderful, and like it's good to buy a wonderful company when the price is low, because then over the long term that price is just going to continue to rise and rise until you can finally get a good profit out of it. And Wall Street people don't like this. They want you to sell once that stock rises, because once it rises, it's going to go back down, and then they'll buy the stock back, but then they get to sell it again. So Wall Street doesn't want you to do that, and that's why this book kind of shows you how to take advantage of Wall Street. So that was Warren Buffett's 2-step strategy on how to become a billionaire, or not billionaire, millionaire, and knowing when to buy a stock and get the